That night, the Chinese entertainment stage looked as dazzling as ever. Sparkling lights, cameras that never stopped rolling, and celebrity smiles that seemed flawless. But behind the glitter, there was a secret that had just slipped from the lips of someone we never expected. Dilraba Dilmurat. A confession that left many speechless, then whispering questions to one another. In a casual interview, Dilraba accidentally mentioned one name, Wang Yibo, with a tone unlike any other. Not the tone used to mention a friend, nor a co-star. It was a tone that carried a story she had never told anyone. And that's where it all began. The question she asked was simple, but its impact was enormous. Have you ever met someone who was so good that you were afraid to fall in love with them? Dilraba let out a small laugh as she said it, but her eyes revealed something else. Something like a fragment of memory too precious to share lightly. To many people, Wang Yibo is a cold, reserved, and unpredictable figure. An actor and racer who always keeps a safe distance from romance rumors. For years, the public has wondered, why would a man as handsome, famous, and popular as him seem to shut his heart away? Was he too focused on his career? Or was there someone who made him choose never to open that door again? As the story unfolded, we began to gather small fragments. Dilraba said that Yibo was not someone who easily let people in. He rarely smiled at new acquaintances, let alone spoke about himself. But during a project they worked on together, there were small moments that left her quietly impressed. The way Yibo helped crew members without being asked, the way he silently made sure everyone was comfortable, and those rare glances, brief, but enough to make anyone forget to breathe. Yet behind it all, there was an invisible wall, a distance he always kept. Even when people around him tried to get closer, he would subtly take a step back, as if he were afraid of being hurt, or perhaps afraid of hurting someone else. He once told me. Dilraba paused, as if weighing whether she should continue or not. Love is not about who you want the most, but about who can make you feel at home. And I've already found that person. The room fell silent. Who was Wang Yibo talking about? As we traced Yibo's past, one name kept appearing, Xiao Zhan. They had once been drama co-stars, creating record-breaking popularity and making millions of viewers swoon with their on-screen chemistry. But what not everyone knew was that their relationship off-screen ran far deeper than it appeared. Many crew members shared how Xiao Zhan was one of the few people who could make Yibo laugh freely. They often spent breaks together, sharing meals, teasing each other, or simply sitting side by side, without the need for words. There was a comfort so real, yet so hard to describe. But that comfort didn't last forever. Not because of a fight, nor betrayal. It was because of something far more painful. Change, busy schedules, public pressure, and the creeping distance that silently grew between them. Until one day, Yibo realized that sense of comfort was gone, and what remained was a longing he could never fully put into words. Dilraba stared blankly as she told this part. He told me, losing the comfort of someone is far scarier than heartbreak. Because when you're heartbroken, you can heal. But when you lose that feeling of home, you'll never truly find it again in anyone else. And there it was, the answer to the riddle. The reason Wang Yibo closed his heart wasn't because he didn't believe in love, but because he had once believed in it completely and lost the comfort that made him feel whole. Xiao Zhan wasn't a love story that ended in chaos. He was the love that left quietly, but took with it a piece of Yibo's soul. The question now is, if that comfort were to knock on his door again someday, would Yibo dare to open it? Or would he choose to stand behind the door, afraid to feel again and lose again? One thing is certain. For Wang Yibo, love isn't about luxury, promises, or sweet words. Love is about finding someone who can be your home. And perhaps only Xiao Zhan had ever been that home. Imagine sitting in a small cafe in the heart of Beijing on a winter night. Light snow falls, clinging to the windows, and inside, there are only two people sitting across from each other, Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan. No cameras, no crew, no stage lights. Just two men talking about life. That night, Xiao Zhan ordered hot chocolate, while Yibo ordered his usual black coffee with no sugar. Xiao Zhan joked, "How can you drink something so bitter every day?" Yibo gave a faint smile. "If it's too sweet, one day when it's gone, I'll be shocked. Better to get used to the bitter. So if something sweet comes, it's a surprise." Xiao Zhan laughed, thinking it was just a joke. But who would have thought that sentence would become the reflection of their future? Because the sweetness they once had truly disappeared. Dilraba once said that Yibo rarely spoke about his past, but in certain moments, he would share bits and pieces, always about someone who made him feel safe, someone who didn't demand perfection from him. He didn't even care if I misspoke during interviews. He would just smile, then help me correct the word without making me feel embarrassed. Yibo once said, his eyes gazing far away as if looking at a memory he could no longer touch. For some, loss means saying goodbye. But for Yibo, loss means quietly realizing that the small habits that once made him feel alive were now gone. No more sudden bursts of Xiao Zhan's laughter backstage. No more midnight texts with photos of food captioned simply, "Try this, it's good." No more reminders to eat before a long shoot. Dilraba, who was only a listener at the time, once tried to give him advice. "Maybe you just need to meet the right person again." But Yibo shook his head slowly. "That's not the problem. It's not about the wrong person. The problem is that home only exists once and I've already lost it." Those words lingered in the air. How could someone surrounded by millions of fans, hundreds of industry friends, and mountains of success feel so alone? But that's where this story becomes truly emotional. Yibo never closed his heart out of hatred. He closed it because love itself was too precious to replace. And for someone like him, love isn't just a feeling, it's a place to return to. A place where he could be himself, without masks, without expectations. And that place was Xiao Zhan. Yet fate seemed to play its games. Every time they almost found themselves in the same circle again, something would get in the way. Misaligned schedules, projects that placed them in different cities, or simply an emotional gap too wide to cross. As if the universe wanted to test whether that comfort was truly worth fighting for. Now, after years have passed, one question still hangs. Not only in Yibo's heart, but also in the hearts of fans who know bits of this story. Is it possible for a home that's been lost to be found again? Or will it remain an old address that is never visited, yet always remembered? To this day, Yibo still keeps his walls up. He smiles for the cameras, answers interviews politely, and lives his life with discipline. But for those who look closely, there's a brief flicker in his eyes when Xiao Zhan's name is mentioned. A flicker that cannot be hidden by anyone, not even by an actor as professional as him. Dilraba ended her confession that night with one sentence that left everyone silent. Sometimes, the person who makes you believe in love is the same person who makes you afraid to love again.